to a reasonable volume, which is lower than me, because I'm the most important part here. But in any case, good evening, everybody. Oopsies. I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. Having a good spunky start to the week. And thanks for coming by to another Zero Stream. Tails Imp is in the chat. Howdy do. Virus is here. How you doing? Rat Skull is here as well. Thanks for coming by. I got the rat cam up. I don't know if they'll be around, but they've been a lot more active lately because I took away their home. The green tube that they love to sit in has been removed. It was way too disgusting. They were pooping in there and like sitting in there all day long. But I put some snacks out. I put some food out for them today, so hopefully that'll tempt them to stick around for a little bit. And hope you enjoy their antiques. But as they play along, what am I doing today? Well, I told the Patreon that I was going to work on Pokemon families this month, and I was going to. But yesterday we had an art jam, and I had a lot of fun drawing the Pokemon from my Shield Nuzlocke, and I didn't get all of them done. So, yeah, I was looking at the Whismur family today, and I decided, you know what, I don't want to draw Whismur today. So we're gonna draw the rest of the Pokemon from my Nuzlocke, hopefully, and so I can get that out of the way. And that's what we're gonna do. So, let's see, we are, grab some colors here. We got our 3 colors. We are down cast iron. We drew cast iron, the what's it called? The Centisizzle. And we drew Sir Nugget, the Corbinite. A Scottish Bard. Get it? A bird. Scottish bard. Yeah. That's the idea. Hi, Watcher Zigzagoon. Tails says, I'm so glad you had fun on the art jam. I did. The last time I drew this kind of thing, the what am I saying? Pokemon from the Shield. Man, there's no like quick easy way to say it. It's just the Pokemon from my Shield Nuzlocke playthrough. Last time I did it on stream was here on this channel, and I didn't have as much fun. I think I was too what's the word? Concerned with how to draw the actual Pokemon rather than just making it an actual character. But having a bunch of other people drawing along and chatting along, it was a good time. I could relax and actually get some stuff done. If you weren't here yesterday for the sketch jam, I redrew Slappy Squirrel, and oops, she's looking a lot better. I was going to post the Slappy I drew on this when I streamed it on this channel, and I decided I didn't like it. And then I also drew Dave and Obsidian, and there's Donut. Move Donut down a bit. There we go. Oh, did I never Did I never color in? This is Sir Nugget before he was a Sir. When he was only a Nugget. Still a Corvus Squire rather than a Corviknight. He'll soon earn his wings. But yeah. Having a good time. Inspired me to get along and keep going because I'm on a Galar fix right now. I want to get that done, and then we'll do Whismur next week. I promise. We will get back to Pokemon families and do Whismur next week. And I've been trying to stick with a 3-tone theme for these drawings, but I decided to go with a white color on cast iron for the fire element, you know? None of the other ones have white except for the dead ones. But I wanted the fire to kind of feel hot or at least bright. So, there you go. Rats are eating. Rats are out and eating. I decided to keep the door closed today so that they don't escape again. They've been very, very willing to jump out of the cage of late. So, let me think. What is the Impidimps final evolution? It was something like, don't tell me, I'm gonna remember it. Think. Okay, never mind, I can't remember. I'm just gonna look up Impidimp, and it'll tell me what it evolves into. Grimmsnarl. I actually like the name Grimmsnarl. Don't so much like the design, it's a little weird. I imagine it probably looks alright without all that hair. The whole thing about Grimmsnarl's design is that it's covered in hair that acts as its muscles, which is really weird. I've never drawn this thing before, so before I draw tails, I'm going to draw just what I see here in this art, this official art design. Let's see, it looks like the hair goes all the way up to its chin, but I don't know if that's the case or not. Let me look up a different angle. Do they have any... Nope, they don't have the sprites up. I say sprites, I mean like the models. Grimmsnarl. Let me look up on Google. Does the chin come out or is it covered in hair? That's my question. It looks like it actually comes out. I was thinking maybe like so like the chest is here covered in hair and then the chin kind of is sunken into the chest. Like that. But it seems like that's not the case. It looks to me like the chin sticks out. There's like some kind of neck, I assume, and then the hair comes over here. It's hard to tell from the default, the official art because it's such a strange shaped chin. I'm wondering, when Game Freak designs these Pokemon, someone must think it's cool, right? Like, are they designing this thing and thinking, oh yeah, it's so ugly, this is gonna be the one that everyone hates. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody is designing a Pokemon to be hated. They've got someone probably thinks it looks cool, and I'm wondering what that aesthetic is that possesses someone to think this is a good design. I'm wondering if there's anyone out there right now, maybe in the chat, that actually really likes Grimmsnarl. And I'm talking design. Like, I actually quite like Grimmsnarl in terms of usability. I was told on stream that it can learn pretty much all of the punch moves, which is really cool. And so I taught him some punch moves. It's a pretty usable Pokemon. It's the design I'm a little iffy about. I'm wondering if I can get it to work. Now, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, based on the second evolution. This is one of those instances where the second evolution is probably my least favorite of the three. Between Impidimp, Grimmsnarl, and whatever the second one's called, Morgana, something like that. Yeah, I actually dislike the middle stage the most. When I saw that, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be really bad when it evolves. But it wasn't too bad. It's got some hair coming up here, kind of like some hair coming down here. This hair coming up on its shoulders reminds me of Emboar. Make it smaller. I have no idea what's going on. You got hair going down. This is one of those Pokemon where I feel like if I knew human anatomy a little better, it would be a little more fun to draw. Because a lot of this stuff that's happening with the hair actually follows, like, musculature. These are supposed to be the pecs, I suppose. And then these are the deltoids coming on top. And it, like, all connects. It's a cool idea to have the muscles come out of the body. It's just a shame that it's such a strangely proportioned creature. See them too? Well, one of them, OMG, I love how you drew her. Now the bird looks German. He's a yodeler, hee-hoo. Juggling all those streams is not easy, I tell ya. With the communities I'm in. Yeah, hats off to Tails for juggling all those streams. With the communities I'm in, my friends love Grimmsnarl. I'm in an Anthro Pokemon group and people think it looks sick. Not for me, though. Interesting. I know there are people who like anthropomorphic, more anthro Pokemon. I'm you know, like, in that direction. I don't dislike an anthropomorphic Pokemon design, but I don't know, there's just something about the proportions, I think. I wonder what Grimmsnarl's actual hands look like. I want to say they show when it, like, punches, like it comes off of its actual hands. And sort of, like, the hair part kind of comes apart and, like, punches. I'm running out of room for the feet, so I'm just gonna really sort of scale it down. So this isn't meant to be a good drawing. It's just meant to be a discovery drawing. I am exploring the regions, as it were. Yeah, it's weird. Okay. I think hair fetish. Okay. Watchers is Tails? Yeah, Tails was the one who was juggling the streams. You're talking about, like, the art stream? The art jam? Unless you're talking about something different, which I don't know. Maybe you were talking about something else that I was talking about and I missed it while I was talking about it. There, that's a little better. I think I have an idea. It's a head. Bod. Trying to think of what he should be wearing. What if I braided his hair? I don't know how to draw braids. Let's get a side profile. Side profile, and then the ears. Let's make them go down so it doesn't break this like this nice silhouette. Nice the head going into the neck. That sort of flat head. And let's see. I don't know. I'm getting beast vibes from him. I'm wondering if I can make the back even more hunched. Maybe just imply it with the hair. Bring the chest in so you can so the hair the side bangs come down slightly. Let's see. He's got quite a mane of hair, and I'm trying to think, should I style it maybe? Like, down. You see some of it drooping here, almost like the back of a horse. Sometimes at night after I'm done playing with the rats, I'll like sit in my bed and they just cling to the side of the cage waiting for me to give them more treats. It's like, no more treats! Being loose with the sketch, but I'm also cleaning up as I go along because I don't want to reline the drawing after I'm done. So like this sketch needs to look pretty good so that it can be used. It's the kind of the messy aesthetic going on with these drawings. Only when it gets really messy to the point where it would be more work to salvage than to line, then I just sit down and line it again. I think for like the Galarian Zigzagoon was like that. I just decided to line art it. hope y'all have been staying home, finding stuff to do. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. Well, I say a lot. I actually haven't been playing that much compared to when New Leaf came out. There isn't a whole lot to do yet. And I think part of that is because I'm not the main file anymore. When New Leaf came out, we knew going in that one player would have more power than the others because we knew about the whole mayor aspect. So we were like, okay, let's make a like a shared account. We called the player Basil, and he was going to be the mayor, and then the three of us, me, my sister, and my brother, would have our own accounts where we can just play leisurely and enjoy the game however we wanted without having to, you know, do the upgrades and stuff. And I played a lot on Mayor Basil's account, so I got to, like, you know, get a lot done and whatnot. This time around, we didn't really anticipate there being like a singular player, though we should have, considering only one player got to like experience the full introduction. So that should have cued us in from the start. But we set my sister to be the island representative. So the first day there wasn't much to do since she was doing homework, and so the rest of us were kind of just playing around. We got our museum finally, so that'll give us something to do. And I went onto her account and helped her place the first 3 villagers that are moving on to the island. So that was fun. She didn't quite know where to put them. Nor did I. We're not entirely set on what we want for the layout of our island yet. At first we were thinking, so like our island has a river that goes this way, and then it like has an island in the middle, and then the river goes like that into the sea. We were gonna put all the villagers on this island, but then when we put but then we ended up putting the museum right in the center of this island, and it turns out the island isn't that big. The little island within the island is not that big, and if we put all the villagers there, I don't think there would be much elbow room. We have the neighborhood branching along the beach at the bottom, which I think will be fun. I have an idea currently on how to place the paths once we get the ability to do that. But yeah, I missed Daisy May yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday. The turnip sows show up on Sundays so that you can play this stalk market. But didn't catch her. She did give me a letter that made me very worried about the well-being of Mrs. Joan, the old sow that used to sell turnips in the old games. Because Daisy May's letter was like, "Hello, I will be coming to your town on Sunday mornings to sell turnips just like my grandmother used to." And I was like, used to. I'm sure she's just enjoying retirement, or maybe selling closer to home and sending her grandchild to the distant islands, but I had a twinge of nervousness when I read those words. Like, Nintendo, you cannot break this news to me in this manner. I do find it strange. I was looking at the NPCs the other day, and like there are several old chap kind of NPCs from the old days that are being replaced with younger, hipper versions of themselves, almost like Muppet Baby versions of themselves. It's a interesting choice. Okay, I don't quite know what to do with the bod. Do want to make sure the hair is going in the right direction. I don't want it to look like it's avoiding the ear, so let me just completely color that part in. I think Joan is still alive, just retired. I hope. Welcome to New Horizons. Everyone is dead. Oh my goodness. LMAO, your rats are like me. Can't stop snacking before bed. Yeah. Just really into it. I gave them some corn today. I know corn isn't the greatest because it's high in sugar and stuff, but it's, you know, I wanted to tempt them out, so I'm giving them all the sweet treats today. I'm spoiling them tonight so that they will come out and actually eat the stuff. They're getting some corn. They're getting some raspberries I picked up from the store today. Some rice with baby food on top. And some bologna on chopped up overall. I wonder if they've completely demolished all that. Looks like Duncan is still nibbling. I'm curious what their favorites are and what they leave behind. I think this week I also tried giving them some broccoli. Not broccoli, that was last week. What did I give them? Some carrots, some cucumbers, a little bit of some sort of lettuce. Not sure what kind. A bit of banana. Oops. Why would I do that? I don't have this part closed off. There we go. Oopsies. Backed up too far there. He already has sort of a squat going. Have the bits flying up off his shoulders. Something like that. you still doing a Grimmsnarl ref sheet, or are you now doing Tails the Grimmsnarl? This is Tails the Grimmsnarl. I just haven't accessorized him yet. This is Tails the Grimmsnarl. Still pretty generic so far. I haven't thought of what to do yet. Can't handle spicy stuff. I can kind of handle spicy stuff, but I don't tend to enjoy it. I will do a spicy, like I'll choose a spicy ramen if offered. But I'll probably buy a less spicy version for myself. They had those Tostitos salsas that I like, and for the longest time I could only find mild or medium, and then finally I found a more spicy version. I think it was like habanero or something, so I got that to try, and it was like too spicy. I did not enjoy it. It gets to a point where it's just pain, and I'm not about pain. I'm not a huge sweet tooth either. I can't have too much of a sweet thing. And if I do, I usually need a lot of milk to go with it to help wash it down. You know, like I'll enjoy a like a chocolate bar if it's got other stuff mixed in it. Ferrero Rochers I will eat like one a day. If I had that kind of supply. Okay, well, let's see. There's the shoulder. Oops. That's the shoulder, and then let's bring some of that hair around. Yeah, I'm kind of just fiddling. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Nothing's quite standing out to me. I'm trying to think, because I got the braided hair up here, but then everything's spiky in the back, so I didn't really follow that initial conception. Really, spicy stuff kills me. Just big on sweets, though. I like, have you, wait, hold on. Have you done the pre-evolve forms already? Well, I can, but not extremely spicy. No, I haven't. Honestly, I never really, even considered putting this guy on the team until it evolved. I started training it because while I'm training, I want to keep the Pokemon all relatively around the same level, so when one of them reaches that level before the others, I box it, and then I have an extra slot in my party. So I took this guy out because I wanted to, I was morbidly curious about what it was going to evolve into. Because I had already seen its second form in the wild. It had attacked me in the wild, so I knew what it looked like, but I had no idea what it was going to turn into. Turns out I didn't have to, because, what's her name, Marnie, I think, had one. So I would have seen one eventually on her team anyways, but then it turns out I got to use it, so that was good. Still kind of generic. What if he turned his, like... Okay, what if he turned his, like, arm hairs into... like, really long claws? Like Wolverine kind of... like, Jack the Ripper. Style. Just block that in to see what it's like first. Looks a little broken. I think I need all of this space. I need to bring him over. Just like, there's so much potential here. There's so much design potential here, you know? Because all it is hair. Like, the concept is this thing has a body and then it covers it with hair. And the hair, like, doubles as part of its body. For some reason, nothing is quite coming to me. I think the design is also just, like, really complicated on its own. So, like, when a Pokemon's default design is kind of complicated, I get really drawn into just drawing the design. Like, in this case, I keep getting distracted by the idea of drawing hair, like just putting in all these textures and stuff when all of that is surface. I should really be focusing on like the overall form first and then adding the hair textures on top, but I'm getting really distracted by all of this in here. So let me, you know what, now that I have kind of a rough idea in mind, let me get rid of all of this again. Let me just whoop, all of that. Wings up top. Yeah, you know, those shoulder things remind me of Ryuk. Another concept, what if it like drags the hair along, like it has some long hair and it's just kind of dragging it. Yeah, these are some imp feet. Tiny little imp feet. Okay, let's bring this up. Really like the way you've added form to him with how you shaded the hair. Thank you. That's sick. Shield trainer, let me see what you have. Grimmsnarl morphing his hair into spikes. Knives! No! Inteleon pointing his index finger. Couple of handguns. Pew, pew. Him dragging the hair along and then it becomes all animated when he's ready to fight is cool. It's intimidating and adds variation to his appearance. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this lanky style. I made the body too small, but that's fine. I can just, you know. Kinda, and then like them coming out in whips maybe instead of like claws could be interesting. I just like the idea of the hair sort of dangling, you know, right here. That just came to me. That's what I was waiting for. Something like that to come to me and like grab me. I don't know if you've ever read the Courtney Crumrin's graphic novel series. This little creepy little girl who like gets involved with the Fae and stuff, but the style in which they draw and shade the characters in that series is really fun. There's one creature, I forget what its name was. I think it was like Bloody Bones, something like that. He had sort of this kind of aesthetic to him. creature rising out of the swamp with trailing kelp or algae coming off of him. That kind of look. I don't know how much it fits with the rest of the spikes up here. Maybe if I bring it down a bit. Now the problem now is all of the other Pokemon in this series are wearing some kind of accessory, so I need to still think of what to accessorize him with. I mean, he has his hair braided, so I guess I could just give him little bows. Am I pretty? Man, okay, so imagine this. Any variant form of Grimmsnarl is just that Pokemon with really, really long hair. Like take all the Pokemon that Grimmsnarl can breed with and just really long hair. Could be a fun series to do. Grimmsnarl variants. Okay, so hair comes down the back like that. Hopefully I remember to do my laundry after this. It's been washed, it's just sitting in the washer and needs to be put into the dryer. I tend to forget that part. And then they get all mildewy. And nobody wants that. Just hair. Just add hair everywhere. It's starting to look a little messy because I'm starting to crosshatch, and you don't want to crosshatch with this kind of. I'm gonna make the brush a little bigger. Let's try that again. Let's be a little more. What's the term? A little less random. Maybe that'll be better. I still don't like it. Let me try again. This is why I can't work on these on my own. Like this is what I do. I just get like stuck on rendering. At least on stream, I'll like do this for a while and then I'll like look up and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm streaming. I should probably keep going and not spend forever on one aspect. But when I'm working on this by myself, oh man, it's just me. It's just me and the drawing. And I'm just gonna cover that whole leg with hair. Let's do the same with this one. And then I don't know why, like this part here isn't shaping out the way I want it to. I think these lines are a little too much. It's losing the sort of shape because I keep putting random lines everywhere. Sort of carve it into the right shape that I want it to be. It's close enough. That's close enough, I think. That's at least closer than what it was. Let me make this foot actually flat on the ground. That's just the other arm. Something is bothering me around this area, but you know what? I think that's about as much time I'm willing to spend on Tails the Grimmsnarl. I say as I continue to spend time on it. I think if this I think basically what I'm saying is I want to be done with it, but it's not where I want it to be yet. Like, it doesn't look like how I want it to yet, but at the same time, I don't think I can get it to that point today. Something's off. I think I'm forgetting the actual form. I'm just sort of putting white everywhere. Yeah, what if it's like sort of that? That's a little better. I like that. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna leave it there. Let's throw some shading into it. Shading, I say shading, I mean like just coloring it in. Just gonna color it in. Fear? I like how this is coming out. This is a lot cooler to me than the official one. I like it kind of spooky. The official one, I look like could be spooky, but it doesn't have that same fey energy of a goblin that a goblin should have. I gotta color all of this in by hand because there's no way I can get any sort of paint bucket down into this mess of hair. Of all Pokemon, I think this one should have been given pants in terms of like my run, since I've been dressing them up and stuff. But alas, You've heard of Goldilocks. Well, this is Droopy Locks. Yeah, it looks like and no offense, but a skinny orc. Hi, Drake. Laker take. Yeah, skinny orc. I like that. Oopsies. Cover in. Oopsies. There's just holes out all over the place. There we go. There we go. And then color this part in. And this part. Joining the stream, a Drake Lake. Let me catch up a bit. Tap back into Fear Rat. Not familiar, but I'll have to look it up. Where's my typos? Gorgeous with them bows, killing it. At Tails, what do you usually wear? There's a lot of hair, Anyone else drawing tonight? What are y'all up to? Yeah, let us know. It's a good question, Rat. Watcher says, oh, you're juggling 5 streams that you're watching. Okay. I thought you meant like yesterday when Tails was juggling, like literally juggling multiple streams on the Art Jam, trying to host them all and such. But you're actually watching 5 streams. Man, I can't even, like the most I've done I think is 2. I've tried to do 2 at once before. Yeah, I think on a better day I would have turned all of this loose hair here into like actual shapes like this instead of like using strokes to do them. This kind of hair thing, I'm not always a fan of how it looks, but for now that's what we're going to stick with, because I'm going to move on to the next Pokemon. Let's see. We got Tails. But yeah, what's everyone working on tonight? I am drawing my Galar Pokemons. And now it's time to draw Watermelon. Which is a... Don't tell me. I got this. Orbeetle. Haha, this is a weird looking thing. Drake is making Nuzlocke. Hello, got my drawing tablet to work. I'll tell you on DeviantArt my comic when I start it. Yeah, you gotta let us know. Rascal says tonight I'm working on my Nuzlocke script, but LOL, N is so hard to write for. Yeah, N is an interesting character for sure. Are you doing black or white? I can't remember. I've always figured N from black makes a little more sense than N from white, in terms of a character. N from white always comes off as a little self-righteous, a little, full of himself, because, you know, he knows what's up. Is the idea, because he's fighting for truth and all that. So typically in a white Nuzlocke, the world would have to shift to fit N's point of view, like you know, the whole... I think there was one that I saw where it leaned into the whole animal cruelty aspect. So they made it so that, you know, there are Pokemon that are treated similar to how animals are treated in our world. Which doesn't make a huge amount of sense, since animals are almost human level intelligence. So they also kind of dumb down the Pokemon so that they're more like actual animals. Not saying that every white run does that. I'm just saying it's what comes to my mind when I think of an N from or the way a white Nuzlocke would take it. I'm sure there's other ways to do it. And you know, I think a white run has a potential to be more interesting than a black run, because people always tend to think, oh, the truth is the obvious right answer. Like, you know, like between truth and ideals, the truth is literally right because it's the truth. And of course, like, N has the disadvantage of being lied to, so he's not working with the whole truth, but like, that just works better with ideals, I think. But I think it could be an interesting take if you take it in the direction of truth can be detrimental. Like, it is correct, but if you don't speak truth with gentleness, with if you don't use truth to try and build people up, and instead you're using it to tear people down, it can be a force for bad. And also it can sort of cripple you into being too stuck on what is, like, not so much truth as in the way things have to be, supposed to be, stuff like that, but rather truth as in the way things actually literally are, and maybe it blinds you to the idea that it can get better. So in that sense, it could be a fun dynamic. Folks with black runs, it usually just goes like, well, and it is wrong because we are fighting for the truth. And then the truth can just be whatever you want it to be because it's a fictional world with fictional creatures. The game treats the whole truth versus ideals thing as very wishy-washy. It never really solidly defines either side. In fact, your character is supposed to be fighting for the one that your box art legendary stands for, and N is supposed to go for the other one. But if you read through the transcript, the dialogue that N speaks, he actually always uses truth and ideals. Like, he talks about both every time. Because the player doesn't get to speak for themselves. The player character is silent. So it just ends up being other characters saying, like, what are the truths? What are the ideals? And in the same breath, there's not much of a discourse. When I get stuck on writing dialogue for story points, I will sometimes go to the game's transcript to see what the game said and in that location, and like how much of that I will use. Don't really know what's happening with the head. I think I might have doubled down too soon on these eyebrows. Well, seems like the rats have gone to sleep. I don't hear much going on in their side of the world. Doing my Black Game reboot on paper. That Nuzlocke for the Togepi egg thing was it tastes like chicken on tapas. Man, oh man. Um, let me see. Scrolling back up. I never saw Ratskill says I'm doing black. I never saw N with Reshiram. He literally wants to make the ideal world for Pokemon and is super set on his philosophy on Pokemon, and he's striving for a different future. Like, hello. It's called symbiosis. I've been and cared and black. I'm juggling here in N sucks and kind of scares me. I made an argument, Lordy. Ugh, that face shadow, though. Excuse me? N is an edgelord, says Snaky. Hi, Snaky. Snuck in there. I'm glad you came in just to dunk on N. Red. I know, right? It's hard having N be the hero of truth, though. My name on DA is Chronosocia. I agree, I hate white. Unless I was mended with ideals, I use truth. One could say the answer is to reside somewhere in between. I don't know. I lost it. White is certainly harder to work with. Remind me to never watch 5 streams at the same time. Zigzagoon, stop watching 5 streams at the same time. Ratskill says, doing a Nuzlocke story for White is just story writing on hard mode. Change my mind. It could be a lot of fun, though. I sometimes I wonder how I would think of things if I had started with white instead of black. I'll never know because I only played black, but I tend to be of the kind where I'm more prone to it's like, I don't know, maybe it's nostalgia, but whatever I go with first becomes my default, and like I prefer my preference. That's the word I'm looking for. My preference is usually whatever I go with first. Let's see. My truth is all Pokemon should not be treated as animals, just animals. Come on, man. How much did I miss because of how badly I was buffering? I don't know, man. Tail says, I mean, they can't say too much because it has to be interchangeable between the games. I understand, but if you're gonna make 2 versions, like they did a lot of changes for Ruby and Sapphire, you know? Like Ruby had Groudon flood everything with I guess sunlight, I don't know. And Kyogre with water, and like the dialogue and everything had to change. Like, you're gonna do 2 different versions, make them different. And I know the difference between Ruby and Sapphire is more surface level, like it's all aesthetic, or like literal differences, like one controls water, one controls land. It's can't get much more clearly dualistic than that, whereas truth and ideals might be a little harder for them to conceptualize, but they went with that theme. I guess I don't really mind at the end of the day because it gives me something fun to work with, and if they don't just like explore it, then it gives me the opportunity to explore it, and then everyone will think I'm smart and clever for writing a cool story when really I was just stealing the writing the coattails of the lazy game developers who came up with something neat and then didn't go with it. if I gave him or her? Watermelon is a girl, I think, if I remember correctly. What if I made her like a old granny? Because it got that like big chin. But then I think, no, that doesn't make sense. Because then the head comes up like this. I hate Orb Beetle's design. I think I might dislike Orb Beetle's design more than Grimmsnarl's design. Grimmsnarl's one of those designs that I don't like how it looks, but it inspires me to try it out. It gives me ideas, like there's potential there. Like, what if I gave it a different hairstyle? Like, what if I spiked all of its hair up? What if different weapons came out of its hair instead of just claws at the end? And it's fluid because it's like it's hair. It's organic. It moves around. I can do whatever. It doesn't matter. Orb Beetle is one of those designs that are okay to look at. I don't actually like how it looks even, so that's a bit of a point off of it for me, right off the top. But even if I liked how it looked, when it comes around to drawing it, it's like a turtle. I never quite enjoy drawing turtles because they have that shell that can't move. And Orb Beetle's the same problem. It has this giant head part that's like static. It can't change shape. I can't mold it, like be a little weird with it. I mean, even here, I'm not like paying attention to how the form should be. I'm just kind of going for it because I don't care enough to make sure that it looks like a dome. And you can tell it doesn't look great because it's supposed to be a certain shape and I'm not making it that shape. It looks flat. It looks, I'm trying to put the spots in a way to make it look like maybe it's three-dimensional. Sort of trick your eye into thinking so. Putting spots on a dome is not super easy either. Oh my goodness. Like the right side is supposed to be larger than the left side because it's closer to the audience, and yet it's smaller, and now I have to move the spots around. Oh my goodness. This is not... I'm not having a good time with Orb Beetle. Grimmsnarl, I think I had too much of a good time. I couldn't stop drawing Grimmsnarl. Give her a babushka scarf. Maybe you can come down a little, around her shoulders. Yeah, there we go. It comes down around her shoulders. Maybe her hand is held out like she's about to make some kind of attack. had to wear a mask today. I went to work today because I had to make a deposit and I can't do that from home. So I went out to work and I decided after work, since I'm already out and I'll have to like decontaminate when I get home anyways, I might as well do some shopping. And my mom gave me a mask to wear around my face so that my mom's thought is that it'll protect me from getting the virus, but I don't think that's quite how it works. But my friends convinced me that it's actually better for me to wear it anyways in case other people might get it. So wear it for their sake. Plus, I think the Department of Health or something is saying to wear masks now. So it's kind of, you know, I don't know if it's a requirement now, but they're highly encouraging people to wear masks when they go out. So I put on the mask and I can't breathe in the thing. I never realized how difficult it is to breathe. Like, I have friends who wear it for allergies, not even for the virus thing, but like just on a normal life basis. Is like, oh my goodness. I have a new appreciation for the suffering that they're going through. But I suppose if it's between not being able to breathe air versus your body like self-destructing because of pollen, the answer is obvious. I do like Orbeetle's arms. I really like the large forearm, small... Wait, forearm... What's the... Wait. If your arm is like this, that's the forearm, right? What's this called? The hind arm? Let's see. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Oh my goodness. Gotta catch up with the chat a lot of bit. Yeah, Zigzagoon, you asking about how much you missed because of buffering. I mean, my brain is always buffering, so you didn't miss as much as me, I'm sure. Tails looks very hairy. Doing my Black Game reboot, blah blah blah. I read that already. It can be interchangeable. I guess that's why it's strange, because truth is such an absolute term. I guess you could approach it from the angle of N pursuing truth, as in he's criticizing the world in its current state, and your protagonist goes after ideals because they see the good in the world. Yeah. I think that's how it's always in my mind been not so much the truth and the ideals, like the ultimate of either, but more like the idea of truth and ideals that Reshiram and Zekrom go for. So yeah, I don't know, the idea that N might have a skewed truth is also an interesting take, except it falls apart when like the actual dragon of truth selects him. It's like, Reshiram, come on buddy, Come on. Are you for cereal here? Um Shit the egg. She eats Pokemon. That's it. I'm refreshing my browser again. Be back in a bit. No like when you say yes, he shows this scary cutscene. He says, "Try to stop me." Would Sir Francis' name, if he was female, be Miss Francesca? I think the opposite of sir would be lady. Like if you're knighted, Sir Reginald, you'd be Lady Germaine or something. Or if you're saying like yes sir, then the opposite would be yes ma'am. So it'd be Madame Francesca. What's the opposite of Francis? Francine? I don't know. I think Francis could be a girl name. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a girl out there named Francis. Drake says my tablet's about to die. How is that possible? Oh, are you drawing on like an iPad kind of tablet? Cause most graphic tablets plug into a computer and uses the power source. I'm back! Welcome back. Never mind, it's charging. Boy howdy, I swear, I should limit myself to 3 streams max. Watermelon's face is mad. Thorax, you mean, not head. No offense, sis. Thorax, Is the thorax not this part? I'm not so hot on my bug anatomy, but I believe it's head, something, and then thorax, right? Like, there's 3 parts, unless you're a spider. And then you have 6 legs. And the more I look at it, the hair on Grimsnarl is starting to look like seaweed. Well, just believe. Are you finished with Black or no? I'm done playing with Black. I haven't finished the comic. I'm wearing a mask at work as well right now. And a face shield. I mean, I like to mold the body of a Pokemon or make a variant if I don't like a feature. It's hard to remember, like Snivy's yellow scales. They're detachable, but they regrow in symbiosis. Interesting. Yeah, I believe the mask is for people who are contagious. You could be asymptomatic and pass it to someone so it couldn't hurt. It's just because I haven't left home in like 3-4 weeks now. It just seems weird, but I guess my parents must be venturing out to get food, so it's possible they brought it back and somehow I ate it. And a hairnet and a beard net. Oh my goodness. How do you shade? Hard edge round boy. In my case, I just have bad lungs. So my mom is especially worried. Well, my lungs aren't that bad. It's just that I get bronchitis spells now and then. By that, I mean I go into coughing fits. Yeah, so you're like at risk of, for the virus. It causes like respiratory infections, I think. Have semi-okay lungs. I can hold my breath for 30 minutes. Big coughing fits. Oh, I get it. Forearm. The feed stopped for me due to restricted content. Oh, what? For me? From me? Restricted content from me? Fixed it. LMAO. Restroom. Are you serial? Our local truth dragons gotta raise his standards with all this nonsense. I mean, he's not doing much better with Jet. Let's be real. I think N has more truth in his bones than Jet does, but we'll see what happens. We'll have to see. Watcher's like, did you just say I'm at risk? I mean, well, yeah, you know that, right? It's like, I mean, we're all at risk of getting it, but there's the whole, if you're healthy and, like, young, you probably will, ride it out as, like, a flu But if you're old or have respiratory disease, or if you're young, I think also, like baby young, something, you're at higher danger factor if you get it. So you gotta be careful not to get it. Is what I've been told. Of course, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a virusologist of any kind. So anything I'm saying, don't take it as fact straight from my mouth. Make sure you do your own research. And talk to people more good at this stuff than I am. I'm just saying what I've heard from people that probably don't completely know what they're talking about either. AKA my parents. And even people who I've heard from who are like, would potentially know what they're talking about. There's a guy at my church who works in one of those labs that test cures and stuff. Even then, it's like they're always finding new information. So who knows how long ago I've heard a thing, and it's probably best to, whenever you hear something from anyone on the internet, to just fact check, to just double check before you go believing. Just don't stop believing. Okay, now that I'm not working on the head of Babushka here, it's a lot better. Oh no, there's one spot in the middle I didn't realize. Let's make it a heart. Right down the middle, right there. Alright, and what is going on with the feet? I don't know what's happening. I think something like this. Not doing much better with Jet LMAO. Don't drag her like that. It's okay, she's my child. I get to pick on her. I get to bully her. Reshiram is gonna have such a fit when it gonna come to Ben. Good point. How do you make panels? I have a bit of a caveman way of making panels. I just kind of draw straight lines. I think in Clip Studio there's like a panel tool that you can use to make panels with, but it turns every panel into like a mask, into like its own little, golly, I don't know what's happening with the legs. I'm just gonna in any case, it makes it a little hard for me to keep track of everything. when I use the panel tool. It is cool in that it makes a mask so you can like paint outside of it and nothing goes out. But I just have all of my panel lines on the same layer as my line art and go from there. It's pretty caveman, but it works. How do you do panels? Old lady just like with her legs splayed. There we go. Oh, don't you mess with Granny. Oh, I'm coming for you. You thought you could mess with Granny? Granny's gonna teach you a lesson. Get over here, you little whippersnapper. Oh, you messed with the wrong Nana. About the colors now. The colors now. The colors now. Let's see what to do about the colors now. Whoop-de-doo-de-doo. Oops. Holes. Drop the color. Oops. Close up the holes. Drop the color. Oops. I think everything should be this color, I think. Except for this shawl. Granny Blanny. Blanket. Blanky. Granny Blanky. And I guess the eyes and the this part will be there we go. Granny Horror Beetle. Come on in from your revolution. Butts by the fire. Okay. And then let me pull up my notes. What do we have next? Drake is back. I really like the direction you went with her. Thank you. Do you have Discord? I do. It's Moody Boots. I don't know what's happening. It's a mood. The legs, legendary legs, forgotten all legs, legendary. What? Drake, you need to calm down, put some punctuation, maybe like hit enter a couple of times so I can actually understand what you're saying. Wait, if Sir Francis is a chubby piggy, Pig Knight, do. I'm sorry, man. I'm having a time tonight reading. Help me out a bit. What if my first catch was dancing to Easy Breezy? What if my first catch was dancing to Easy Breezy? Did you misspell dancing or is that dancy? I don't think dancing is a word, but I've been playing too much Animal Crossing and they stretch words all over the place to try and make those puns when you catch the fish. So I don't know what a word is anymore. Let me see. So what do I want to do? Do I want to draw the team before and after? What time is it? 9:13. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw Dankest the Day, because that doesn't seem like fun. What's it called? Uterus? Oh. Yeah, Dankest Day, and then I'm gonna draw Gerald. What's Gerald called? Zamazenta. Zamazenta. Oh man, oh man. And that's gonna be a furry fun. Because as with the other Pokemon, I'm making them all into Anthros, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, Eternatus has these silly little feetsies. He has these just the funniest little legs, little tiny legs. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Does it have eyes? I think it's something like this. Okay. I think you know, I played through the whole game. I still don't really understand what the dealio with Eternatus is. I'm not sure what's going on. Like at the end of Ruby Sapphire, I understood perfectly plain that Groudon is some kind of elemental titan that shakes the earth. The behemoth of legend, he like, you know, had some kind of feud with Kyogre. I understand all of that. With Black and White, you know, some kind of legendary dragon split into two because of differing world views, I suppose, and went to sleep. Went to sleep for like a long time, waiting for someone to show up and pick up where the ancient kings left off. Simple enough. I understand that. I'm trying to remember.
I don't quite understand what Eternatus's deal is. Was he created? Is he ancient or is he like recent? I think they said the whatchamacallit, the Gigantamaxing, the Dynamaxing energy is from him. But was Dynamaxing a recent thing? Was he created or was he awakened? Does he have anything to do with the legendary wolves? Is he an alien like Deoxys? You know what? I'm just gonna... In terms of the wolves being sealed too, like there was one line in the game that made me think that they were literally the statues that were behind the amazing mural. But I don't think so. Someone said they were like sleeping behind the shrine. Like there was the tapestries. There were the tapestries. They were the tapestries about the wolves, like they just misconstrued the wolves into human heroes, or were the wolves like helping the human kings? I'm all sorts of turned around about Galar's legendaries and what's going on with them. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't technically matter. The game plays fine, and the story goes by fine without full understanding. But they seemed kind of removed, I think, from the actual plot. Apart from the fact that Eternatus literally makes Gigantamaxing, it didn't seem like there was any connection other than that. Even its design, it doesn't seem like the kind of Pokemon you would make a connection with. You know, like Lunala and Solgaleo kind of ride that line for me, in that they're a little too astrological. They're a little too like galaxy-like to be a friend. They're not like, it's weird to think of, they're like not Deoxys, what am I saying? Dialga and Palkia level, like Arceus level of legendary, where, you know, they could be, you could sort of say that they can be puppy dogs and curl up on your couch, but it's a little weird. Like, I have have to squint to see that. They seem more like catastrophic events waiting to happen. Eternatus especially. It doesn't even look like it's alive. It's like covered in skeleton-bones. Oh, I know what I'm saying. They don't seem like they have a personality, but at least with Lunala and Solgaleo, they build up to it with Nebby. So like throughout the whole journey, you get to connect with Nebby on an emotional level and form that kind of like Pokemon relationship with it, and then you catch it and it's like your big old kitty cat or your giant Batman. But with Eternatus, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would have a personality. It's like a piece of code almost. I think the ones on front go this way. I'm simplifying it down to 3. I'm giving him 3 spikes and that's it. I can't afford any more. I already gave Cast Iron way too many legs. How is this connected? Kind of isn't. I don't like... Get the Lillipup to level... Wait, what? Who? Eternatus, Pignite. Eternatus. Oh boy. OMG, I forgot you named it that. What's it gonna look like? Could I join your Discord, please? Technically, I mean, I don't have a Discord server, if that's what you're asking. There's nowhere you can join to, like, you know, for that. And my DMs aren't just open to the public. Technically the Magenta. 4 or 2, I think. Groudon. Or as I call him, Godzilla. This thing is just some weird alien Ultra Beast ripoff. Ooh! Ooh, you're right! You're absolutely right. I think that's why I don't quite like it. It's an Ultra Beast. Oh, it's so... That's such a... Yeah. It's just an Ultra Beast. Okay, I hate its external rib cage. This is not... I'm not having fun. think he has these going all down the back. So let's do that first. Let's just take care of what we can understand first and just do it one at a time. This is my first time ever drawing Eternatus. And I'm just piecing it together bit by bit. I'm not doing the whole, let's draw it and try and understand it. There's no understanding this thing. I'm just going for it. This is the kind of Pokemon that my brother would think is really cool. I bet. This seems like a kind of Pokemon that a child would think is really, really cool. And I look at it and I'm just like, mercy. Okay. This is turning into a redesign. This is gonna be a Pokemon redesign. I'm not drawing Eternatus properly. I'm just going to do something that I can get done today. Without... Oops. I'm gonna bring his belly out a little. He's more like a snake now. That's the direction we're going for. Snake. Snake boy. Sorry, I know I was reading chat, but then I stopped reading chat because I just want to draw, you guys. Give me a sec. Why does he have frog feet? I don't know. Let's not give him frog feet. Okay. Eternatus was some ancient Pokemon which exudes a special energy it uses to grow bigger to fight. When it does, the clouds grow dark. Other Pokemon can also use this power to grow big and fight. Let's be real, Zero. Game Freak did not care about the details of this plot. My last Nuzlocke, everyone died. The first was my level 87 Lillipup takedown was too much. I get Genesect Deoxys. Oh right, the wolves are just the Guardians of Galar or something. You kept a Lillipup to level 87. Yes, Everstones. Everstones! Well, I don't think my Pokemon even reached level 70 in my black run, so probably lost that Lillipup just because it was a Lillipup. Starter stats aren't usually great, from what I hear. I should say rookie stats. What are they called? Rookie? You got the rookie stage, the first stage, and then the second stage, which always confused me because when you get to the I always called it the third evolution because it's like the third member of the evolution family, but technically it is just the second evolution because it evolves twice to get to that. But I don't know. Oh, Stripey boy. If your design includes a bunch of speckles or a bunch of stripes, go think about your life. How dare you? Okay. I think I can stick the wing in here without it bonking into anything else. I'm trying really hard not to have too many elements overlap because everything is just one color right now. Gonna have the wings mirror these antennae. So give them a few ridges like that. That. It's a shame that they didn't think too hard about the lore of the Pokemon, though. I do enjoy Pokemon lore, but they keep hurting me for it. First they give me like some kind of weird like multiverse thing in which nothing matters anymore because all universes are real, and then they give me some kind of weird wormhole shenanigans and like ultra beasts. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that they didn't bother too hard on the lore this time around. Who knows what else they would have taken from me. What's going on here? I don't know. Duncan is trying to find more food. Duncan's a little glutton. He's always trying to get more food. He's always trying to get the food without paying the tax. And the tax is loving me. Domino's coming around quite well. He's letting me pick him up gently, slowly, but he allows it. He doesn't seem to enjoy it, but he allows it. Domino, on the other hand, will bounce. He's a bouncy boy. And if you try to go a little faster so that he can't bounce away, he squeaks. He screams like you're going to murder him. Okay, let's see. The eyes. Oh, Lily. I went into Ghetsis' evenly leveled with him. Oh, I went into Ghetsis evenly leveled with him and it was rough, but I guess that's no surprise, lol. I feel like a lot of the bosses in Black and White have things about them that make them notoriously difficult. Yeah! Pokemon's never been strong story-wise. We all love Black and White because it gave us a taste of it, and it didn't even go the full mile, to be honest. How was Ghetsis? Can't go into detail because that's spoilers, but it was a challenge. He has a lot of strong Pokemon with diverse moves. Yeah, I can't say anything about my playthrough because that's the whole point of the comic. When I first started playing Black, I went in expecting it to be like a comedy run. You can see it in my notes. Like if you read through my notes all throughout, I have like little notes on gags and jokes that really don't make sense in the context of like an actual story. But if you keep in mind that a lot of the Nuzlockes back then were comedy gag runs, it wasn't like a stretch to think to like expect to make one. I went into Pokemon Black completely blind, so I didn't know the story was also going to be like more than it had been, more than just catch Pokemon, have fun. So that was a nice surprise. And yeah, once I finished the run, I was like, this is going to be awesome. The only thing, I mean, not the only thing, there's been a lot of things that have been keeping me going throughout the years. Reader comments, friends, reader comments. But the one biggest thing that has kept me going is just that desire to get to the end of the story so that I can watch everyone go crazy about that ending. I took play-by-play notes too. I'm so excited to share them. I don't even know how I got through, man. I mean, I know because I took play-by-play notes, I can read it. But I, like, from my playthrough through Galar and how bad I was, I am so surprised I pulled it off. But yeah, Ghetsis was alright. I didn't have trouble with Ghetses. I mean, I had trouble with Ghetses, but I didn't lose anyone to Ghetses. A Hydreigon, a premature Hydreigon, and a dragon though. But yeah, I can't go into spoilers. It was hard though. Like I didn't suffer a loss, but it was difficult. I mean, I imagine it was difficult. It's been a long time, so I don't quite remember. Unfortunately. I think that's as far as I can go with the line art. Now let's try and get another wing in here. I'm gonna cheat on the wing. Find a spot to place it so that it doesn't tangent with anything. This. Nope. Connect that. Nope. Where else is it disconnected? Where is the gap? Where is the gap? Here it is. There we go. Oops. The eye. Wait, no, I did it wrong. It goes forward in time. Oh, he has arms. Oh man. Where am I gonna put the arms? Shoot. He doesn't get arms, he just has claws. He just gets claws. He's gonna Rayman it up in here. Rayman. Or like Haunter, I guess, if we want to make a in-universe Pokemon reference. Stay within the universe. Maybe I can connect them with... Oops. Put them on the wrong layer. Okay, that's my, Eternatus redesign, I guess. Thank goodness! Let's move on to... Zamazenta. Oopsies. Have you read Break Free? I have not. Sounds good. I don't read that many runs anymore. Hebig's hogging share. I'm just making demo papers for Symbiosis. Is that a school thing? Is that like a science project kind of thing? Redact the arms. Cancelled. Can't believe I survived drawing that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm surprised myself. Oh, his whole bottom jaw is black. Okay. I really like making parts of the coloring part of the line art. It's like an added challenge. And it becomes kind of necessary, especially when you only use 3 colors. One of the colors being the line art color. Okay, I'm trying to understand this boy. Okay, that part. Where is it broken? There. Okay. Alright. That's the face. Here are the sideburns. Right? Okay. Do you guys like crowned form or what's it called? Hero of many battles form when it comes to the wolves? I like the hero of many battles. I think it's a lot nicer. That's why I'm drawing it. Wait a minute. Is that a... do that? Can I just bring the ponytail down over to here? Like, so I don't have to give him a giant lump on the head? He, like, has a giant lump on his head. Like, someone hit him on the head, and it like, rose up like in the Looney Tune cartoons. But, like, look, it's cool. He's got scars. He's, like, missing part of his ear. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. I'm like, what's this random piece of blue on the... down there, and then, like, a random piece of blue up there? But it's being cut in half. This can be shaded with some... Eh? Maybe? I think so? Maybe? Yeah, I like that, okay. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Yeah, now they really captured a wolf's shape with these Pokemon. With those big like sideburns is what does it. The kind of diamond shape is what kind of makes it really wolf-like. I like these Pokemon. She went on hiatus when Reshiram died. Find fried Oreos. Huh? Break Free is almost complete, isn't it? Oh, is it? Bet Eternatus was hard to draw. Art is unique. Break Free! I should check it out, see if I recognize it. Sorry, it's the what was it? It was a German pun. I don't know. I don't speak German. To be honest, I'm not super fond of them in either, but I really like the markings resembling scars. So, hero of many battles. Also, it's easier to draw. LMAO. And it's more like a wolf. It's less got that, like, race car kind of thing going on. let's do both, shall we? Let's have him holding the shield, and then we can say that that represents the crown form. And have both of them represented. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? But this is good. We're making good time because this is gonna be the last thing I draw today probably. So we have the rest of the stream to draw Gerald the Shield Knight. Gerald the Shield Hero. I squandered my time last month again. I did finish the line art early, but I did not use that extra time that I gave myself to do any of the dialogue. So need to jump on that soon. I don't want to be coming up on the deadline again and then be like pumping out dialogue at that time. It just never seems like I have the willpower to work forwards. Oh dear. Trying to keep things symmetrical. It's taking all of my brain power. Give me a sec, I'll be right back with you. As soon as I return from the Symmetry Planet. At least I'm only having to draw this once. It's the benefit of not doing a comic is none of the designs that you draw have to be transferable or usable in any regard, though I am going to have to draw them at least one more time because I want to do a group picture. For the champion match. I want to do a champion match group picture. Not on stream, mind you. I don't think I'll have time for that. I suppose on my own time. I would do it next stream, but I promised you guys Whismer. I promised Whismer. I'm promising myself Whismer. I need more Pokemon families. I'm plumb out of Pokemon families. Well, not plumb out yet. I'm on my last 2, I believe. No, last 1. I posted Slack off last week. So once I post Nincada, oh my goodness, it's gonna be gone. And then I'm gonna have to make some more. Make some more honey. Okay, that's a shield right there. That certainly is a shield I drew. Let's see. See if I'm gonna regret drawing the whole shield. Uh-oh. Odds and ends look good before I even finish the whole wolf. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Drake, I said earlier, and thank you, Tails, yeah, I don't have my own Discord server. It's, I used to. I had one for the Patreon. It's a paid server, but I don't know. Running a server just wasn't the thing for me. It stressed me out trying to make sure everyone was having a good time and not picking on each other, you know? Okay, let me see what's going on here. The fur comes in ruffles. Huh. The fur comes in ruffles, and then I'm running out of space. He's too big. Let me shrink him down a little bit. This is where it always gets troublesome. It's with the feet. Should I give him pants? Maybe a cloak? Maybe a cape? I know Edna says no capes, but I feel like a cape would look really cool on him. Maybe a sash. Just go halfway, like, not full pants. Just some... I don't like his feet. Zamazenta has... and Zacian. They both have very bad feet. I'm gonna just turn them into actual paws. Just do normal paws. I don't know why they need to give them these weird toe claws that go to a point. It doesn't even, like... I don't know. You know what? Let's just color it all in. The dark blue turns into black. Why not the black? We don't need to see toes or claws or whatever he has. Let's just color it all in. Oh, he has sort of like a built-in sash. His fur comes down around his waist, almost like a kilt or a dress. So let's just throw that in. hey, if you guys want to chat about anything like Nuzlocke and stuff, you can just do it here in the stream. Since I don't have a Discord server that we can hang out in. I don't read that many Nuzlocke, unfortunately. I was really big into Nuzlocke back in the day. You know, obviously reading Nuzlocke is what got me into wanting to draw Nuzlocke. So I've quite a bit of nostalgia for like a lot of the old runs. But when it comes to like newer stuff, it's a hit or miss if I've seen it or not. I'm trying to get back into reading. I have some books that I could pull out and go through. I have the last of the Lords of Trillium series I need to finish. You know, I think these markings look like they're just part of the fur and then they're supposed to like seem like scars. I'm just gonna straight up make them scars. Why not? I don't know if they were supposed to actually be scars and Game Freak had to like censor it or something, but that's why I'm excited that a bunch of y'all in the chat are working on Nuzlocke. Once you guys put those out, maybe I'll give those a gander and it'll get me back into the reading Nuzlocke game. You know what? Let's make these gauntlets. Let's just bring them down the arm. You know? He's wearing actual gauntlets now. And, yeah, let's just that all the way up. Maybe not all the way. I don't know what's going on with these red sleeves of his. I think there, that makes a little more sense. They go down to the forearm and then turn into the white part. And it's a werewolf. Going back to my roots of drawing werewolves. I used to be big into werewolf lore. I had my own headcanons and everything about how the werewolves worked. How the logistics worked with the breeding and stuff. I would always spend way too much time on world building and never actually develop any kind of story. That was always my folly. I want to have part of the sash coming down, but I don't know how to do that without it blocking all that lovely fur I just drew. I'm wondering if I should just get rid of the sash altogether. Tatters in there. Tatters. Trying to make it not look like cheese, you know?
World building disease. Hi, mouse. Let me scroll back up a bit. Yep, either he's sitting next to a shield or he's anthropomorphic and wielding that shield. Just like all of the other Pokemon I've been drawing in this series, he is a little bit of anthropomorphic going on. And he is wielding the shield. And it is actually a pretty small shield now that I'm thinking. But I'm sure if it was like made out of metal, it would be pretty heavy. So I'm gonna leave it. Hi, mouse. Easy as pie to make a Discord server, just press the plus mark. B stars await the mouse from finding your roots. Ah, what's finding your roots? Is that a brand of edible soups? Mouse, you're the author. Zigzagoon's going crazy. You gotta know what fire is. IDK, man. Sounds like a convincing soup name to me. Don't trust author of fire. I hear she's a scrub lord, but you didn't hear from me. Wouldn't that make you a scrub lord? Oh, man. Yeah, Watcher Zig is going crazy. Remember when you first came in and you were, like, playing dumb and Watcher Zig couldn't, like, was actually... Oh, dear, what's going on? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What am I missing? That? You came in like pretending you didn't know what finding your roots was, or was it like which mouse you were, maybe? Either way, we had a good laugh about it. Hope everyone's doing alright tonight. Having a good time, having a good time. Now, something I missed about driving, which I noticed today, was listening to music. I realized today I don't really listen to music unless I'm in the car.
I'm always watching YouTube videos. The way I watch YouTube videos is I have a playlist of watch laters, which I queue up from my subscriptions, and just like the recommended also. And then I let it play like the radio, and it just keeps going on in the background. Never a moment of silence. But when I'm driving, I like to listen to music. Just for some reason, when I'm at home, I don't do that because it's like it's content that I've already experienced. I'd rather have something new playing, like a video essay or something like that. But in the car, since I need to mostly be paying attention to the road, I'll have music because then I can sing along and it's great. Yeah, I was driving along and I'm like, oh, I miss music. Okay. Tail. In. Let's shape that a little bit more so it's not rounded. Yeah. Hello, Domino. Did you see that little stretch he did? Sometimes if he crawls up the bars just right, you can see his nipples. Drake's like, that's right. Drake is new. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Domino here, the black and white rat, has variegated spots on his belly. And he has these two spots that are exactly where a man's nipples would be. Just like one on each side of his chest. And it's hilarious. So normally you can't see a male rat's nipples. The females do have visible nipples, but males you can't see them, and that's usually a way that breeders will sex their rats. So it's just such a funny thing, cause Domino's got them, and it's hilarious. Let's see. I'm gonna color that part, and then I'm gonna make the rest of this my other color. There's a lot of holes in this fabric. Oh, that wasn't that many holes. Now Duncan, the other one, the Russian blue is what they call his coloring. He's a gray rat, and he's got a white blaze on his belly that looks like a Cubone skull. So does anyone ship Gallade X Frostlass? Interesting. Mouse says I ship Marinette and Adrian. And Domino X Duncan. No, they're brothers. From different mothers. I like how this wolf came out. It looks like he's got a fluffy ponytail up top. But yeah, just in time. I'm in the mood for food? No. Well, I mean, I can be in the mood for food, but let's see. It's been a while since we've done a Pokemon challenge. I've been lazy and just doing whatever I feel like. But you know what? You guys have been good. Why don't you pick something that you want me to do and then throw me some Pokemon? Drake is gonna have a Discord for his Nuzlocke when he starts. Sounds cool. Mudkip. Or Pyukumuku. A Mudkip x Pyukumuku fusion is just a Mudkip like puking its guts out. Just like a normal Mudkip, nothing changes, but like its guts are out. Mienfoo! What should we do? Give me a number from one of these, otherwise I'll just roll a dice and let fate decide. I can do that. Alright. So I'm being told to roll for the number. So I'm gonna roll a 9, which is a style shift. Let's do 2 of them. Let's do style shift and a mega evolution. So I think, what is a style shift? Let me think. I guess we can shift it to an Animal Crossing style for Mienfoo, since I haven't done that one yet. And then a Mega Evolution for Mudkip. I'm getting Tom Nook vibes. I think Mienfoo would be a grumpy villager. Kind of got a bit of a flesh skirt going on. I guess technically he should be more like a Lyle, right? Because it's a weasel. You know, actually, Mienfoo is too similar to Animal Crossing style already. Never mind on that. What other style can I shift it towards? Kajinka Pampor 95. You're giving me a lot of information here. I'll tell Zero first so that she can just get used to the server. Brother Noodles. Machop. Rip. Alright, we're doing Animal Crossing Pokemon. Not all of them, but, yeah, Animal Crossing style is a little difficult to do when I already draw things kind of cute. It's a lot of Pokemon I'm getting. Yeah, let's skip the style shift. I need to sort of maybe I can just paint it. I see one of them on here is painterly. Let's see. Let's do a quick paint of a Mudkip. Cause Mudkip's easy. You need a lighter color for the tail. Let's see, I think the mouth is also... Wait. No, a little on the belly. Don't know what color should be inside the mouth, so let's just go with flesh colored. Something like that. Just going kind of messy. Let's throw some orange in there. Chillins. Da-dum. You got tongue. I wonder if Mudkip would have teeth. Maybe just gums. And that. That's good. Bring the leg foot down. Let's get those beady little eyes in. Oh, I know what's missing. Shadow depths here. Sort of break the neck off. There we go. It's fun. Painting can be fun. Some shadow on the gills. Alright, well, that's the Mudkip. Let's do a Mienfoo. What was the other one? A Mega? A Mega Mienfoo would be... I need a concept. So... Mienfoo... LeFou! Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Gaston. Looking so down in the dumps. Every gut here looked to be you, Gaston. Even when taking your lumps. Trying to think of a concept. You're everyone's favorite guy. I can't think too much about like what Mienfoo's initial concept is other than Chinese. It's Shaolin. Okay, anyway, enough about that. That's when he goes Mega, he goes Super Saiyan. Have those sort of sleeves. You can go foo. A Shaolin monk raccoon dog thing. Let's see, let me go back up a bit. We're doing Animal Crossing Pokemon? No, not anymore. Anyway, gotta run. Bye, Zigzagoon. I always miss y'all when you leave because I get too lost in the drawing and I miss it. Are you still doing this exclusive to Mondays? Yes. For now I am. If I was able to do any more, I probably would, but right now it's just Mondays. I can't reasonably add another day to my schedule because, well, stuff to do and all that. I need to be working on my comic, and I can't actually work on that on stream because of spoilers and all that. Though I guess the next one technically doesn't have any spoilers. If you're still doing this exclusive, I'll get the computer tomorrow so I can start Discord on my comic. What a wonderful Pokemon, because I wish it would be daily or whenever possible. Daily is oof. I can't do daily. That's almost like doing it as a job, and I don't make money off of this. It's just something I like to do because I can get stuff done and chat with y'all. Gotta live, yo. Can't stream every day. Yep, that's right. Whenever possible. Narcissist monster. Hey, at least you're honest about it. Nah, you all good. But yeah, asking a streamer to stream more is usually incredibly unpleasant for both the streamer and the other person watching. Yeah, it's not really good practice for the viewer. Yeah. It's great to know that you guys want more of these. Just being able to do something that's fun for everyone is great. Speaking of doing things that are fun, let's have some fun and finish up this drawing. Man, trying to think. I'm wondering if when it gets mega. So like there's a thing in Chinese like sort of mythology where you can like ascend to godhood if you train enough, I guess. I don't know if that's how it works. That's just how it always seemed like it works to me. Maybe you have to like be born with the capacity to become a deity or whatever, but like I'm pretty sure in Journey to the West, Monkey just like went to heaven and like stole immortality. So I'm wondering what Mienfu might look like if it ascended to megahood. What are some like typical Chinese things that I can add? My Chinese like mythology is a little weak. I haven't really I'm trying to think of a good pose, sorry. 'Cause he's doing like this pose in his official design, which I really like, but I don't want to do something different. It's also fun doing these Mega Evolution challenges because Mega Evolution is exclusively to evolved Pokemon, but for these I can sort of do it for unevolved ones too. Do-do-do. Wondering, it's not like I'm forcing a demand. I was wondering because I can wait. Shaolin Monk Raccoon Dog thing. I'm sorry, Drake, you're talking too fast. You need to like have your different thoughts in different lines, please, cuz the way you typed it, it just automatically assumed like it's the best way I can read it, honestly. I don't like this. Let me try again. I wonder how your keyboard ended up typing the word narcissist. That's kind of funny. Trying to see if I can get energy ball, you know? Oh, yes, I'm going back to the Dragon Ball thing. Oh, it looks like an egg. Make an actual circle this time. Like that. So like, since my Chinese mythology isn't up to snuff, maybe we can just go with Dragon Ball Z. Oh no, it looks like Sonic. Mian Fu has gone Super Saiyan. Goof. Self-conscious wreck. I was just making a joke. I didn't mean to call you a narcissist. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself. Keep in mind, I'm trying to think of two things at once. I'm trying to think of things to talk about, and I'm trying to think of things to draw, so I don't always make the best words during the streams. Don't take me too seriously. Okay, So, that stripe down his in front of his chest is gonna turn into like this Y shape, kind of like a gi. And then I'm going to what else can I change? His weird flesh skirt, it's gonna turn into one of these, I guess. And I'll invert the color, make it in the pink red. So it's like fur that got spiky, but now it also looks like a torn gi that's like flying in the wind of his power, I guess. And then let's see if that works. All right. Color. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this real quick. Got yellow and pink. That's pretty much the color scheme here. There we go. Oops, this part as well. Oops, this part as well. Maybe this part, I don't know. And then this part, wait. This part. And then, oh, the hands too. I keep thinking I can move on, but no. More yellow. And then let's find this pink. Kind of a darker, like there. Ah, yes. Yeah, if I were to do more streams, it would probably be more gaming. I haven't been able to do much proper gaming, so I don't know, but that might be a fun thing. Because Banjo-Kazooie was fun. Though now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not. I should probably focus on actually getting actual stuff done. So if not gaming, maybe... Yeah, like, honestly, I just don't know what else I would stream. I could do more of these, but it's also... a lot of time. I do enjoy streaming. Oh yeah, that little shadow really helps. Yellow is such a light color, kind of... it craves that sort of definition, kind of like white. Alright. Well, that's it for today's stream. Thank you everyone for coming by. let me catch up with the chat real quick. It's cool seeing you do the mega for an unevolved mon. It's like an alternate Evo. It's kind of sick. Thank you. Tomorrow I'll post my comic. I got rough drawings done, but I just started the game. I'll get to Elsa in a day. Alright. You should join the Nuzlocke forums if you haven't already. It's got a good amount of people who go there to look for stuff. It's a dedicated fan base. Mom just locked me out. What? Oh no, what happened? Can you contact her? What happened to Brother Noodles? Brother Noodles is done getting noodled. And I'm done noodling. But yeah, I gotta stretch. Thank you everyone for coming to the stream. Thanks for chatting in the chat box and hanging out and being awesome. I hope you all are staying safe and are finding stuff to do. And I will be streaming again next week. And I promise we will get to Whismur. That is on my word. But yep, I hope you guys have a great evening. And I will catch you next week. Bye-bye!